The Great Daughter. In one of the Arab countries, there was a father whose wife died after giving him 5 daughters. The father wanted to marry his daughters to good men in order to reassure them, but the eldest daughter refused to marry until she lived with her father and took care of him. The 4 daughters got married, and the eldest daughter lived with her father to serve him. The years passed, and the father passed away, and before he died, he recommended his daughters not to sell the house until their older sister married. The 4 daughters refused to carry out their father's will and decided to sell the house and divide the inheritance among them without taking care of their older sister's feelings, which sacrificed her happiness for their happiness. The older sister was very afraid because she did not know where she would go and what she would do if the house was sold. She begged her sisters a lot not to sell the house, but they refused and sold the house and took their share without thinking about the fate of their older sister. The older sister took her share of the house, and she had to leave the house within a week. The girl contacted the man who bought the house and said to him, "Please give me a month to find the right place." The man agreed when he knew her story and let her stay at home for 1 month. A month passed and the new owner of the house came to the older sister, and as soon as the girl saw him, she felt great fear, because she was still looking for a suitable place, and she thought that the man came to ask her to leave the house, but the opposite happened, where the man gave her a house waiver paper, saying to her, "This paper is your dowry. If you accept me to be your husband, we will live together in this house. If you refuse, I will go back to where I came from, and in all cases, you will live in your house." The girl cried with joy and agreed to marry this rich merchant, who was a pious and kind man, and the girl lived with her husband a life full of love and happiness in her father's house.